Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Chaplain John McClung Jr., all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. Personally, right now, I apologize for being behind, but it wasn't my fault. Man, the network was down. The enemy was like, he don't want me to get on. And I know it's probably some people that's not up. But this is Spiritual Message Moment Monday, every Monday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time for my people on the West Coast. And I'm pretty sure my people on the West Coast is up. My people on the East Coast might be asleep because it's around 11:30 since I'm an hour behind. So, but listen, we in Nairobi, Kenya. Let me introduce my partner here, my business man. We gonna be business partners, but we're speaking partners right here in Nairobi. He's part of Black Belt Speakers. This brother is doing some dynamic thing. He is now a global and international speaker. This is my man. Got an amazing name. This is Billy Graham Jr. Man, say hello to him, man.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me on again.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful, man. Blessings.
We was having a conversation. I said, man, listen, I got to do my spiritual message moments. Why don't you hop on with me? Because tonight I wasn't going to have any particular subject matter or, versus the thing. I was just going to have a conversation about what we are experiencing here in Kenya or Nairobi, Kenya. But there was going to be three words we were going to talk about because we both have, we've experienced these three words prior to coming to Kenya because it's been part of who we are. And so I wanted to share these three words with people to encourage them. Listen, man, talk about your experience right now. That's the thing, y'all. I hope y'all can hear us because, man, listen. Matter of fact, the three words is dealing with what we're dealing with right now. So Billy, tell me a little bit, man, about you.
Man, you would think after growing up, I'm from Houston, Texas, by the way, growing up in the fourth largest city of the world, in the United States, that you seen it all. But then coming over to Nairobi, Kenya, just took it to a whole nother level. For one, I feel like I'm home, and I've never been here a day in my life. It's like I'm home, and the people are so welcoming. It's like they've known me for years. It feels like I was here from day one. This might sound crazy, but if you never left the country, and especially coming over here to Africa, you wouldn't understand what it feels like that. I feel like a stranger in the place that I'm from, but I feel like I'm home in the place that I've never been.
Yeah.
It's life changing. It's alternate. If you've never been to Africa, you got to get here because this place here will change your life.
So let me do this, man. As I always say, welcome to Spiritual Message Moment Monday. This is your chaplain, your host, Chaplain John McClung Jr. And as always, I pray that you are well. I pray that you are being safe, and I pray that you're being smart. You know how we always start. But let me tell you, we are well. We are truly safe here in Kenya, and man, we are being smart, and we are finding out some smart things. So I asked Billy to come on with me because we're gonna talk about three things that everybody deals with, but they deal with it on a different basis because sometimes they stick with it and sometimes they don't. And because we are here in the motherland, it's based on these three things that have happened in our life and should happen in your life in order for you to live your dream, your vision, your passion, your ministry. You know how, the vision, all of those things, because it will allow you to have a definite path. When you use them, there's no way around them. As a matter of fact, there's no way. And he and I were having a conversation earlier, and we were discussing, man, sometimes, really it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it is.
It really is.
But it is unbelievable, but believable based on these three things. And we've had an opportunity to have some amazing conversations with our team, and even the mentor, Dr. Ruben West. Shout out to him, for actually positioning us to be here. But this journey, it starts, of course, with faith and belief, and a vision, to see whether or not you're going to stick with what you say that you want to do.
Yes.
Based on our conversation, it took a minute for you to really get into the speaking industry, even though you were already doing some things.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So for me, it might seem crazy, but my whole entire, because I just recently retired from the military after 20 years. And throughout my whole, I want to say last 14 years, 15 years or so of my military career, I was in education and training. I was always in almost, you could say, a speaking/teaching mode. Doing it for years, but never saw myself as a speaker or a teacher. I saw myself as a trainer helping people become the best person that they can be, whether it be their job or their personal life, but I never took it into myself. And then about 2 years ago, had a good friend of mine that came up to me and was like, why aren't you speaking? Because every time I look up, why aren't you speaking? Because every time I look up, I see people around you and they're asking you questions, they're asking you for advice, or you're offering mentorship, you're trying to help people become a better person than themselves. Like, I thought that's what we're all supposed to be doing. Helping everybody get to the next level, become the best person that they can be, and become the best person that you can be. Yeah. And that's how I got linked up with the great Dr. Ruben West. Changed my life forever, by the way. As you can see, he's changing it now by even having us in Kenya. That would not be possible without his great leadership and his mentorship. But then it led to that next stage in life of, what am I going to say to help people? Because I have so much, I think I have so much to say, but then I realized we all have something to say. But that all goes back to those three things that we were talking about. Absolutely. That many people don't realize they have to say because they don't understand these three things, which we're going to talk about.
Man, listen, that's a good lead-in. That's a good lead-in. All right, so I did put a description because again we were having some challenges, here in the motherland with technology, but technology is not going to stop us. So we, patiently had a conversation together just to kind of touch bases on what I was going to talk about. So I'm gonna just say that these are going to be our 3 vitamin C's, because it's important to have vitamins in your life, especially vitamin C.
Yes.
These 3 for sure. And so, we're just going to give our own opinion. I'm going to give a definition as I always do, but we're going to just chop it up with you over the next few minutes. It's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning now? 6:45. So we've been up for a couple hours just waiting for this moment to share from Nairobi, Kenya, and stay consistent, which is one of the things. All right, so here we're gonna do it again. This is Spiritual Message Moment Monday. I got my man Billy Graham Jr. with me. I see you, Denise. Thanks for coming in, my dear. Hang with us for a few minutes if you can, because you're over there on the West Coast. Appreciate you. And so these are my 3 vitamin C's that we are going to share with you based on the things that have happened in our life. We're just going to say in this moment.
This moment.
Yeah, it's led up to this. And, for us to be able to share from another land.
Amazing.
It's absolutely awesome. I mean, literally, we're sitting right here in Kenya. Charlotte, welcome in. Eric, welcome in. Having an amazing conversation. And this is the first time we've met. First time we met. All right, so we, to have 2 brothers come sit together. We were up last night, man. Just get it in. And we got some awesome people that's on our team that that we've been having conversations with. A lot of us have been on it. I shouldn't say, we all on the same page and dealing with some of the same things. And each one of them has dealt with these 3 vitamins from a standpoint of wherever they started to coming to this point where we all together under the same roof on the same journey. So my first definition, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. I'm going to say this again. The state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. First vitamin, commitment. Talk to me, man, about this. Because I'm going to give you a lead in. Think about this. Dedicated to a specific thing in your life, right? So in order for us to be sitting right here, we had to be committed.
Committed. So when you think of committed, like you said, dedicated, I don't care what you look at in life, that's the foundation. Commitment is the foundation of success. Commitment is also the foundation of failure. So you can look at it. You've seen it many a times. You've seen an alcoholic. You've seen drug addicts. They're committed. But we have a problem as humans. We can see when others are committed to their failures, but we never see when they're committed to their success.
Say that again, dude.
You can see when people are committed to their failure, but you never see when somebody's committed to their success. And it's mainly when we're talking about success, we're talking about the success that's within you. You're not even committed to your own self, but you want others to be committed to you. How is that possible?
Wait a second, my seat getting hot, y'all. My seat getting hot. Man, dude, really?
Hey,
Monty, you hear that? I see you out there in Atlanta. Wait a second, you see people committed to their failures.
Exactly.
And you very rarely see them committed to their success.
But they want people to be committed to them.
Oh,
and they're not committed to themselves.
Man, y'all put a face or something that, man, that's hot to, and that is so true, man. When it comes to commit, especially when one of the key words in this definition is quality. And so we can look at good quality or bad quality.
Exactly.
And so when you talk about think about people who are committed to bad service. And you walk into an establishment or you're dealing with them and they don't change, or they're not committed to changing the way they are servicing, or they're not committed to the way their products are changing. Matter of fact, they're not committed to the way they want to change their life, period. And so the quality sucks.
But you know why that is, right?
Talk to them.
So the reason that service and that quality sucks is because that individual isn't committed to themselves and to the way to where they're following and living in their life. So we have this thing where we let people write our story for us. And when they write our story, that means they're directing where we're going. And when you're doing something that isn't what you're destined to do, what you were put here to do, to live in your purpose, that means it's not going to feel right. So you can't commit to it. You can't tell somebody that's a sober person to go commit to alcohol because it won't feel right. You can't tell an athlete to go sit in a cubicle because it won't feel right. When you're living and doing stuff outside of your purpose, it won't feel right, so you can't commit to it, so you can't provide the proper service to the customer because you're not living within your purpose, and that's why you can't be committed to your own self.
So I hope that, listen, this conversation is to encourage individuals to do these three things. The first one is to be committed. Why? Because the moment you make a commitment to that which you are designed and divine to do, everything begins to be aligned for you. Let me say that again. When you are doing what you are designed and divine to do, the Lord will make sure that it's aligned for you. And so, but it won't happen until you seriously commit to whatever it is that you seek. All right, so the first one, commitment, right? All right, so that was that definition, y'all. Spiritual Message Moment Monday. I got my boy Billy Graham. We getting it. It's hot over here. All right, in the motherland. We turning the motherland out. All right, so that was the state of quality of being dedicated, committed to a cause or activity. So whatever that vision, that dream, that mission, that passion, ministry, you got to be committed to that activity or cause. All right, second, the quality. Again, we talking about, man, quality is the word in these definitions. The quality of achieving a level of performance, which does not vary, so it doesn't change, it doesn't vary greatly in quality over time. I'm going to say this again, that was a mouthful. The quality of achieving a level of performance which does not vary greatly in quality over time. I mean, you're doing this so well, it never changes. It elevates as you do it. Man, it goes up. It doesn't stay level. It says it never varies. Why? Because it's going up. And if you do this word, after you commit to it, you will understand what we're talking about. So the second C, the second vitamin is consistency. And y'all know, it's like having at the beginning of the year when you say, I'm gonna exercise. And you don't, and the quality changes. It out of stage because you're doing the same thing you was doing, and I'm guilty, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. But here's the thing. Just like this morning for us and tonight for you guys, as I was sitting here talking with Billy, I said, man, no matter what time the internet comes back up, we're going to do spiritual message moment. Because it's still early there. Even though it's for us, man, our day started a few hours ago. It's about 4 o'clock. I was calling him, like, dude, you ready? Well, I was ready to do spiritual message moment on time. But even though I'm committed to it, you still have to deal with some things that may detour you from actually doing it on time. But it won't change the commitment and the consistency. Y'all know, for the last 5 years, I've been committed and consistent with spiritual message moment Monday. It's Monday there. It's Tuesday here.
Yeah.
So consistency, bro.
Consistency.
Quality doesn't change or it'll vary over time. Talk to me about the consistency in your life, man.
I wanna put it in terms that we all can understand. So we buy name brands based off of the quality. Everybody likes Nike, Reebok, Fendi, Gucci, because of the quality. And they consistently give you the same quality. And they turn around and they're committed to giving you new quality consistency every season. That's why you get the summer season, you get the winter season, you get the fall season. But are you providing the same quality in your life? Are you you just said about going to the gym. Are you providing that same quality to your health? Are you providing that same quality to your mental?
Great.
Are you providing that same quality to your spiritual? And if you're not providing that same quality to your own life, how can you stay consistent? If you stay consistent, how can you ever become committed? So if you can't be committed and consistent within your own life, you can't get to the place that you want to be. So in order to get to the place that you want to be, first you got to realize the quality of the person that you are. You are not the same as everybody else. What we get caught up in is I call it the rat race. We're in competition with others. Your name is your name and your story is your story. You're the only one that is you. Yes. Your only competition is you. So you're already there, but you can't recognize the quality in yourself to know that you are a quality individual, that you can stay consistency and committed to who you are. When you figure those things out and figure out your quality, the person that you are, that means your consistency is going to be continuous through the fall, the spring, the winter. It's going to stay consistent at all times. But first, you got to figure out the quality individual that you are.
And it says it doesn't vary over time.
Never.
The quality. So, which means it's never unstable, y'all. It's stable because it's consistently getting better.
Yes.
And all of us, and again, these vitamins are to encourage individuals because we're living right now consistency. As he spoke about, he's been teaching and training over the course of years. I've been teaching and training and doing the message over the courses of years. Did we believe at one time in our life we would be in a position that we're in? Probably so, but we didn't know how fast it would happen. Or where it would happen. So now, we were talking about making noise in the area of expertise or in the area of commitment and consistency that you're in. And a lot of us, and those who will hear our voices, there's an area that you are passionate about, but you ain't committed to it. And you ain't been doing it consistently. And believe us when we say this, we're sitting in this country because we committed to a particular thing, which was speaking. And I know, and I was just sharing with Billy about changing the commitment from the apparel and using that as the back, and then doing what I love to do, which is speaking. Y'all know that, who's been following me and been and know me. So that changed the whole scope of what we are, how we're able to affect people. Because the moment and we said this today, people are always watching. And they are watching if you're committed to what you say you're going to do.
But I also realized something else. Let's backtrack. We're not saying that you're not committed, and we're not saying that you aren't consistent. What I've also noticed, I've seen people that are committed, consistent, providing the same quality of their life day in and day out, but they don't even realize what their purpose is. I've seen people I've seen people go to work for a job, and the disclaimer, I'm not telling nobody to jump out and quit their job, none of that. But I've seen people go to jobs. I've seen people that stay in ruts. I've seen people that don't go anywhere with their life, but they're the same individual. Regardless if it's a good time, a bad time, or they're feeling sick, feeling healthy, they're the same individual. They're making people smile. They're making people laugh. They're worried about somebody else's health. They're worried about somebody else's mental state. They're always this. You know these individuals. Those are the ones that are randomly call and say, I'm just checking on you.
Who?
Those are the individuals that are just randomly send you a postcard in the mail. I'm thinking about you. Just want to make sure you're okay. Those individuals are consistent. They're committed. And the quality of human being that they are never changes. But they don't realize that that is their purpose in life. And they don't know what to do with it. But that kind, that kind of almost went into your third. I'll hold on. That almost went into the third one. That almost went into the third one.
So, man, and I'm gonna say this because he has this said to him all the time. So this is Billy Graham Jr., right? He got this amazing name. If you know anything about Billy Graham, the evangelist, this is the colored version of that. And as a matter of fact, it's the 2.0 version of that. But here's the thing. The beauty of coming together for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we probably changed notes a couple of times, but we've been like at the shoulder since we've been here. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers, without even having to say the word, because of what we are committed to do while we're here. And we have been staying consistent on everything we need to do to impact the people's lives here. And when I tell you guys, we're famous. The things that we're doing right now and that we're going to finish this week up doing that we've already seen the schedule, it's because we've been committed to being here and consistently doing the same thing at a different level while we're here.
Exactly.
And when I tell you people, and y'all know this, because this is why we're doing these three vitamins. And I see the people coming in. Saga, I see you, man. Thank you for coming in, big bro. I appreciate you. And everyone else, I'll scroll back through. But thanks for connecting with us, right? Listen, we're in Nairobi, Kenya, having this conversation. And so, for those, and I think that's an amazing point, that there are individuals who are committed and who are consistent. And guess what? They also are committed and consistent in the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Not only do they not know the purpose that they are committed, that they can actually use it at a quality level and elevate it, they are expending time and energy on the wrong thing.
Exactly.
And not recognizing that they should be changing it to what they're passionate about. And we talked about that too.
So I want everybody to understand. Nobody's on a high horse. For years, I was committed. I had showed quality, consistency to the wrong thing, and it wouldn't just work. It wouldn't just work. It was all the way down the line. I could say alcohol. I was committed. You couldn't tell me anything. Beer. I'll drink a beer in a minute. I was committed, but as you say, to the wrong thing. And we said it already. You never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
Those same individuals that were saying, hey, you should be doing something else. Those same individuals saw me grab that beer. They said, like, this guy has something in him. He's not living to his full potential. It took me, with the help of God, getting out of my own way and listening to mentors and different family members. In order for me to live the purpose I'm supposed to live, I had to get out of my own way. And a lot of you are in your own way. We blame everybody else for the things that are going on in our life that's stopping us and preventing us, not realizing that we're in our own way. We are our biggest enemy.
Yeah.
So sometimes in order to reach that commitment and consistency level that you need and live life within your purpose, you have to get out of your own way.
Positive, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. You know how I do. I'm on my last vitamin. So this is Spiritual Message Moment Monday. every Monday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time for my people on the West Coast. We had a little setback this evening, but consistency and commitment allows us to do it on your time. It's still Monday night. It's finishing up, so I'm still committed and consistent as far as not missing a Monday. So, but this is your chaplain, your host, Chaplain John McClung Jr. This is my main man right here, Billy Graham Jr. Man, a powerful brother. That's why he's sitting with me right now, and we're having this great conversation. So the first point was commitment. The first vitamin C was commitment. The second vitamin was consistency. The third vitamin's definition is this: the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Think about this. Now, each one of these words have the word quality. So that means that there's something about you that will not only show quality, but it will qualify you to stay consistent and committed. So again, the mental and the morals, because it's mind. Man, the decisions we make start with the way we think, and we know this.
Yes.
But then it's the integrity as far as keeping the commitment and the consistency. So what does that do? As far as these first words, it builds the third vitamin, which is your character. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Character ain't about a group. It's about you and me and Brother Billy individually, building something that allows individuals to want to be around our character. Exactly. The quality of individuals we become when we're committed and consistent takes our character, because there's three areas I always talk about: your character, your integrity, and your attitude. Are three areas. I call it the God's CIA. Those three areas are tested every day. Every day. One of those three is tested every day.
Every day.
Your character is always tested, integrity and your attitude is tested, because you can go to work today and your attitude be checked because somebody they're gonna get under your skin. But it's important to know that the first two are character builders.
Yes.
Because if you consistently, or if you're committed to something, it's gonna build your character. Exactly. If you're consistent with it, it's gonna build your character. And when your character is consistently and committedly being built, you'll be sitting in Nairobi having this conversation with two brothers about vitamin C's.
Vitamin C.
And this is an encouraging thing, because it didn't happen overnight.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
no. Y'all
know this ain't happened overnight.
No.
Some of you know that we probably, in our own personal life, we've talked about we talked about being somewhere doing what we love and passionate about, what we're purposed to do.
Yes.
What we're committed to do. Yes. And what we've been doing consistently. And it's built our character. We're able to step into an environment and not panic. We're able to step into an environment prepared. We've already been perfecting what our gift and our talents and our abilities, our skills and our experiences. I'll call it the stage. Mm-hmm. You understand character.
Yes.
You've been in the military. How many years? 20 years in the military. So you know it's built your character.
Yes.
You've seen other individuals have their character built. How important, especially on the backside of these other two vitamins, is the importance of character.
Character, you know what they say about first impressions. Mm. So based on how your character is built, that first impression that you give off, especially when you're in a room, first meet somebody, that's all part of your character. So remember, we started with commitment, and I told you commitment is the foundation for success or failure. So in order for your character to be built, somebody had to lay a foundation. Mm. You ever hear parents talk about raising multiple kids? And kid A might go this way, kid B might go the opposite direction, and it's like, I don't know how they did that. They were both raised in the same home.
Location, right?
Well, I'll tell you how it goes that way. As parents, as friends, as co-workers, I don't care. We subconsciously and unsubconsciously do certain things that we don't realize that we're doing, that might change or redirect that foundation that we're building in somebody that alters their character.
Interesting.
And so a good way I can put this, you've been, say your coworkers. Your boss might treat one coworker different than the other one. Even though the bosses say we're all one team. We're one team, but one coworker gets treated a little bit different. And they might not even notice that, because remember I told you sometimes you unconsciously do things. So when you're talking about building your character, sometimes you have to step outside of yourself and realize, well, who do I want to be? What do I want to be seen as? Because I'm not saying that things that happen in your life don't affect your character, but whether or not you choose to let them continue to affect your character is on you.
Yeah, we can add that vitamin choice.
The choice is yours. So you can have negative things that happen in your life. If you choose to let those negative things keep affecting you, that's on you. Let it. Now, granted, I'm not saying you have to do it by yourself, but that's why they have people that go out there and you get help from therapists to mentors to speakers.
Right.
There's somebody out there to help you. So if you choose to let your character be defined based off events that happen, that is by your choice and your choice alone. So in order for your character to be the character that you want it to be, you have to be committed and you have to be consistent. It's not a I'm gonna do it today and it still be fine 5 days from now. You have to wake up every day and focus on it. The way I like to tell people is I don't let moments define me. If something happens, it's 60 seconds in a minute. It's 60 minutes in an hour. I can keep going. You know how this goes, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We can keep going down that road on and on and on. But I say that to say, I'm not going to let something that happened that took the course of 10 to 15 seconds out of my day alter my character. It's not going to alter my day. It's not going to alter my week, my month, my year. Right. But we know those individuals that get into one situation, and then what do? They get out of character. And then they try to come back and they say, that's not me. Right. That's not who I was. I'm here to tell you, no, that is who you are. That's you. You say that's not who you are, but that's a good one. You say that. You say that's not who that you are. I'm here to tell you that is who you are. What you've been giving us is your representative. I don't want to talk to your representative. I want to talk to you. If I wanted to talk to a representative, I'd go into a store and ask for the representative of the store. I want the true person that you are. When you go to work and you know how it is when you go to work and you're like, oh, why do I gotta go to this job? And you gotta put the happy face on. Hi, I'm here. That's a representative. If you're not happy with something, it's on you to change it. You're not happy with the way your life is going, it's on you to change it. Like I said, it's not that you have to do it alone. There are resources out there to help you get to that change. But then again, that requires you to come to speaking events. That requires you to go into mentors. That requires you to go to counselors. That requires you to read. That requires you to invest in yourself. In order to invest in yourself, you got to give yourself that quality time to invest in yourself. You got to be committed to invest in yourself. You got to be consistent with investing in yourself. And when you do all these things, your character will slowly become the person that you are supposed to be, the person that you are meant to be, the person that you want to be, and then you will live life in your purpose, on purpose, within your purpose.
Dang, man, listen. My brother, listen. Well, we're in the Trademark Hotel. We got this little cubby hole that's kind of cool.
Like this.
Yeah, behind us is the marketplace where we can go shopping, eat, and all that kind of stuff. Is built into the Trademark. But then this little cubby hole is on fire, y'all. So, hey, Lorraine, thanks for coming in. I see you. Again, this is Spiritual Message Moment Monday, man. Every Monday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time. Excuse me. For my people on the West Coast, this is your host, Chaplain John McClung Jr. Check this out. International and global speaker. And quiet as kept, we getting ready to have some other stuff happen. This is my man, Billy Graham, international, Billy Graham Jr., international and global speaker. And tonight we shared 3 of the vitamins that we thought were extremely important just from a conversation we had. Yes. Vitamin C's, vitamin of commitment, the vitamin of consistency, and the vitamin of character. Why? Because in order to have your character built, I'm gonna piggyback on something you were getting ready to, when you actually started talking about foundation. There's 3 areas of life that are extremely important and actually go with each one of these words.
Yes.
You know you're going to have a foundation, right? But every foundation has a structure.
Yes.
Right? So in the structure of your life, you got to be committed and consistent in building the structure after the foundation has been laid. Yes. And then there's the covering. Every structure, everything that has a foundation has a covering.
Yes.
What is the covering? Your character. People look at your character and it covers who you are. Why? Because even in the structure, you can just have a frame and look right through it and don't be no character in it.
No character.
But when you begin to like build the correct walls and start to beautify the inside of the individual's character, the person, where that structure begins to develop a look. Because why? People are all, we say they're always watching, so they watch from the outside before they watch from the inside.
Exactly.
So your structure, which should have this amazing covering, it should have your talents being used. It should have you knowing what your purpose is. It should have you being committed and consistent. Because if the structure is empty, you can't share nothing.
Nothing.
It's like walking, it's walking into an empty house. And you've seen this in your neighborhood before the house, it has the foundation, it has the framework, and it has the covering, and you got nothing in it.
Nothing.
And that's important because the house, oh man, Lord, stop. The house doesn't get character until you start putting stuff in it. Think about that. It don't get character. Why? Because when everything starts to get built on the inside, then you can put up pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can start beautifying the inside. And it comes with being committed to it, consistent with it, and then allowing the character to be built so that you can make an impact. When people come into a structure, they come to look around.
Exactly.
They see it from the outside. And you know, your place could be manicured. The lawn could be manicured. The porch look good. They can walk and go in the door and be empty.
Empty.
But then when it's got character in it, the carpet is laid or the wood floor is laid. Man, you got the colors coordinated. It's spacious in there. People like coming and they feel warm or whatever because your character has connected the other 2 vitamins.
Yes, it is.
It's connected the commitment and it's connected the consistency. And so with Spiritual Message Moment, my man Billy Graham, we're with Black Bill Speakers, Dr. Ruben West has us here in Nairobi, Kenya, because we've been committed to that which has been we've been chosen to do. Because this ain't no calling, we've been chosen.
Yes.
We've been committed to what we've been chosen to do. And it's dang sure built our character.
It's built
this. Man, we see it now. And so there's no way I could not do Spiritual Message Moment Monday. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was sitting with me for this last hour. We were both on phones like, man, when is the internet coming out? When is the internet? We're going to do it regardless of what time it is. But people just going to have to understand we're in another country, so we're under a different situation right now. But it worked out.
It worked out. It's supposed to work out.
You know what? And it worked out with commitment. Sitting here for this last hour.
Consistently
sitting here. Knowing we've been up for a couple hours already. But man, I pray that this bless somebody today. I see you, Denise, because it's important to understand that wherever it is that you want to go, you've already seen it.
Yes.
It's just the work of commitment, the work of consistency getting there, and then the quality of the character in you being built so that you can stand strong with the foundation, with the structure and the covering of your purpose and become that testimony that you know that you are. This is Spiritual Message Moment Monday, every Monday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time for my people on the West Coast. This is Chaplain John McClung Jr. This is
Billy Graham Jr.
Billy Graham Jr. over there in Houston. And man, thank y'all for those who are coming in. Thanks, Bonnie. Appreciate you being up tonight, checking it out. This message, and again, this message came from us sitting down, and I went back into the room. We both went to our rooms because we was trying to get some rest, and we got a busy week. And then I was like, man, it was like, wow, this is, man, even in our meeting, just the conversation we were having, it came down to sharing information or sharing a message with individuals from an encouraging aspect. Man, whatever it is, man, be committed to it. Make sure it's something that aligns with what you are designed to do. Because again, if you're doing the wrong thing and you're committed to it, it's going to set you back.
It's failure.
And we've heard these conversations where people have been sidetracked and lost focus on something that they initially started and didn't stay committed. They didn't stay consistent, and it caused them to lose time. It caused them to actually, man, be discouraged. Is probably the word. And y'all, and I'm pretty sure many of you who get an opportunity to see this either live or recorded, you understand what we're talking about because it could be you. I know it was me at one time. I was in the wilderness out there, man. So before we go, man, I want to do this. The people that get the opportunity to hear what we talked about, leave them with another nugget that you believe is important with these vitamins that we just spoke about.
The nugget that I want to leave you with, the time is now. So now I've always believed that what you don't know, that you don't know, is one thing, but you just heard it here. So you have no reason to not get into figuring out what your character should be like. You have no reason to not start building the foundation of commitment. You no longer have a reason to try to get consistent. We've told you this because the time is now. And I say that the time is now because I've stood by, I've lost many family members. We all have. Loved ones stood by many deathbeds. Rest in peace to them all. I never heard one of them say, man, I wish I had a bigger house. I never heard one say, man, I should have went to school for this. I never once heard somebody say, man, I wish I could have got that new car. You know what they all say? They all say, I wish I had more time. So these 3 vitamin C's, you can let them go over your head, you can let them go by, or you can choose the time as now to do it. And when I say the time is now, let me break that down. Now, no opportunity wasted. So the time is now, no opportunity wasted. The time was now for us to be in Kenya, no opportunity wasted. The time is now for you to get committed, no opportunity wasted, or you won't have that foundation. The time is now, no opportunity wasted to get consistent, or you're going to look up 5 years from now, you're going to be disappointed at you now for not getting onto what you need to do to be consistent. The time is now to work on your character, because if you don't, you're going to get to that deathbed and run out of time. And people are going to look at you and be like, that was a horrible person, a good person, a bad person, a sad person. It's going to all be based on the character you give them. But those 3 C's need to happen now. No opportunity wasted. Don't wait till the next time, because you might not have a next time. Because like Muhammad Ali once said, we all have an ending. We just don't know when it's going to be. You don't know when that 4th quarter is going. We know when the shot clock started. We know when we were born. But we don't know when that 4th quarter buzzer is going to go off, and that's going to be the end of the game. So you need to start now. The time is now. No opportunity wasted. Get on them 3 C's.
Anyway, listen, that's why we hit it off well. I would have said right now, but I'm not even touching that. I'm gonna get a watch that says right now. But now. Hey dude, you almost left me speechless. That ain't supposed to happen. And I see people going like, now is the time. I'm gonna do now. Yeah. No opportunity wasted. Because you're only gonna get one call. One. That will make the difference in your life. We got one call. And we had the choice to either do it now or watch somebody else do it. And many of us, we're watching someone else do what we should have done now. And so this moment gives you an opportunity. It makes no difference where you start. What does make a difference is how you start. And that's what the first step, right? But then it's with the first thought of actually doing the first step.
Exactly.
So for us to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, y'all, literally, and sit together. Well, I called you, 4 o'clock. Waiting on 5:30 to come. Because because I said, man, listen, I need you to do spiritual message moment with me this evening, now, so that we can share this message of commitment, consistency, and character building. Because all three of those are truly the foundation, the structure, and the covering for the purpose that God has for you, whether it's designed or aligned for you. So again, man, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Man, Spiritual Message Moment Monday, the Nairobi, Kenya version.
Yes.
I gotta say this. When you are committed and consistent, and you've already begun, and your character is being built based on what you do, you will let nothing get in your way in doing what you're supposed to be doing.
No.
And again, focus and distraction, lack of focus and distraction. If you're getting distractions in your life, it's because there's something that is being developed in you to make sure that you are committed to it. Because the moment you say you're going to do something, at the end of that sentence, I always say, you're about to be tested to see if it's real. So you're going to be tested in your commitment, you're going to be tested in your consistency, and you sure going to be tested in character. Yeah. So get ready. And we understand that this message is for someone. May not be for everybody, we say that.
Yep.
But it's for someone. And when that someone gets it or hears it, they'll know exactly what we're talking about. Again, so this is Spiritual Message Moment Monday, every Monday night, 10:30. You good, baby? We in the hotel, so thank you. Hey, you might like this anyway. So every Monday night we in the hotel. Again, we at the Trademark Hotel in our cubby hole, and so everybody working. And listen, they ain't even distracting us. Why? Because we committed, consistent, and we know the quality of the information is going to build their character too. So again, every Monday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific Time for my people on the West Coast. I want to thank my brother Billy Graham Jr. for sitting up here this morning. We getting ready to go have this amazing breakfast. They give us this amazing breakfast. We're going to go partake in that. But share this with somebody who's struggling with understanding the vitamins of commitment, consistency, and character building. Because it's important for whomever is in your life, including yourself. If you're struggling in these areas, you need to do these things now, as my brother said. No opportunity wasted. Guess what? If you got a chance to hear this was an opportunity to hear a message that could be boosting you or giving you that kick or that encouragement, as we would say, to go with what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with starting now. Because you still have the opportunity, as Billy said. Tomorrow ain't promised.
It ain't.
And I too have been, there's some people lost, as you know, and unfortunately, they took some now with them.
Ooh, that's deep.
Man, don't take some now with you to the grave, y'all. Distribute that stuff here on earth. They seeds. It's the seed of commitment, the seed of consistency, and the seed of character building. Man, that's something that you can plant in somebody else too.
Yes. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, and I know you see it, the light going in and out. We got this, we watched the sunrise, which here in Nairobi. The sunrise is behind us, y'all. But thank you for coming in. And again, Monica, I see you. I think that's Lorraine, Charlotte, Denise. Who is that right there? Brother Eric Norwood, I see you. Man, thank y'all. Don, does that say Don Corporation? Yeah. So for those who I can't see because it's bright, but thank you for coming in. Share this message with somebody. You know what? I'm gonna challenge you to share this with 10 people. You know why? Because you know 10 people.
Yes.
that need to be committed, consistent, and have their character built. And for us to be able to do what we're about to do for the remainder of this week here in Nairobi, Kenya, as far as help individuals be committed to something that may have been challenging them, be consistent and believe that with faith and belief and just the vision, man, that it can happen. We're living, man, we're living proof that it can happen. And then,
I won't even say living proof. We're walking miracles.
we're walking miracles. Hey, y'all know what it is.
You got a dream, you got a purpose. It doesn't just happen by chance. Just because you put the work in, you stay committed, you are blessed. These are miracles. They happen every day. We're walking miracles. We're walking proof that it can happen. Because guess what? I was once you on the other side of the camera watching somebody else walk in their purpose. Before the day I decided to get committed, consistent, and work on my character to put me where I am right now. So I'm not no different than nobody. I'm a regular person. I just chose different variants in my life and got humble. I put my foot down, put my head down, prayed about it, and got to work, and now doing God's work.
So, man, Dr. Ruben West, thank you.
Thank you.
We're being consistent and committed to what we do individually as well as collectively. Appreciate you having us here to work with you this week. Our team members who, man, what an amazing team. Hopefully you get a chance to listen. If not, we'll tag you because we're going to be helping each other out this week as far as the commitments that each one of us have with our own different shows. The ability to share with people, but most of all, it's you that we want to make sure our message gets across. That it blesses you and encourages you not to give up, because we just came out of a season of giving up. There's a lot of people gave up. They didn't want to do the now. And so, they don't have they don't know which way the direction to go in, but we still in the now. We still in the now. So make the now happen. And we look forward to, we might just have to do it. This was good, dude. We're gonna do it impromptu later on this week or something.
And I'm always ready.
So look up for the pop-up spiritual message bowl. We just might just come up with and just pop in and just have another conversation on an amazing topic, maybe even from what we've experienced from it, being able to speak at the different events that we're going to be speaking at. So again, thank you again. This is Spiritual Message Moment Monday. This is your chaplain, John McClung Jr. is your host here in Nairobi, Kenya, with my man Billy Graham Jr. And I look forward to, matter of fact, I leave, I think, next week. So I may not be on next week because I might be in the air. If not, I might do it early so that it can still be done on Monday. And you just have to catch it there whenever you get a chance to see it. We're having an amazing time. Yes. I'm going to say this before we go, because we talked about this earlier today. It's amazing to be treated like a VIP everywhere you go. And it's not based on anything with the color of the skin. It's based on the character of the individual. The character. What you see, and this was a powerful statement that we had at dinner, what you see shown probably over your lifetime in reference to this region ain't even close, y'all.
Nowhere near.
It's not even close. And what I mean by it's not close in the negative way. What's going on here is absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
I can't even explain, when people say, I want to go to Africa, I want to go to the motherland. I used to be one of them dudes that be like, go. I ain't never visited there. I've seen the, we was, the huts and all that.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I encourage you.
No. I empower you. I empower you.
What's the other? Implore you?
Implore
and empower you. If you have a now moment to visit any, especially Kenya, let's just do Kenya. Let's leave it in Kenya.
Yeah.
If you have an opportunity to visit Kenya in any aspect, come visit Kenya. Now, it is unbelievable what's happening here. And the most impressive thing, I believe, is the treatment that the people give you. We have been talking about how difficult it is in our homeland to get the kind of love that we're getting here. And when I tell you we're getting love here, it's like you've been here all your life.
I want to go even further than love. Untapped energy. Mm-hmm. So when you think energy, you might think electricity or something like that. No. Yeah. You got positive energy. But let's just leave it at that. The untapped energy. Yeah. Your spirit, your mental, just your physical, everything. It just gets recharged in a way that
you see how energetic we are.
It's a different type of energy that you get. Like, granted, remember I told you I'm retired. So work is not, this is what I love to do, is I want to help others. The energy I receive here is nowhere near the same as the energy that I get at home. Yeah. The energy, renewed energy.
And I want to say the second part to that. This city, Nairobi, has shown us we ain't got no excuse.
No excuse.
None whatsoever. These people, these family members, I'm not going to say people, these family members of ours are making things happen with little or nothing. And they're developing this most amazing character that shows in the city. No matter whether it's impoverished area we drive through, they smiling, they laughing, they got energy. Every event we've gone into, and you've seen the video, and that's only a part of the video that I posted. They're dancing and singing, and it's all spiritual. I mean, they got this spiritual aura about themselves. Mm-hmm. They are happy with life.
Yes.
Where we are struggling and fighting against the elements in where we at in the homeland, it's not even like that here. I mean, every environment we've walked into and been a part of, if you don't get elevated like 2 or 3 or 4 levels when you went in there, because they are so just, I mean, it's hard to explain. You gotta have a now moment.
A now moment.
You gotta have a now moment to clearly understand. So, man, again, I pray that this blessed you in some way. We are truly in a now moment here and learning, man, how precious life is in an environment where life really began. Yes. And so, we're not going to be the same.
I'm not the same.
We're not the same. We're not the same.
Not the same.
Man, yesterday,
Oh,
the safari, a real safari.
I'm not talking about the zoo.
So, man, we're talking about something that was imported. We're talking about, man, you got to watch the video I dropped on the safari.
With more videos.
With more videos, yeah. Just, anyway, it speaks for itself. And so, we made the statement that we have an opportunity to live in a now for people that have been attached to us.
Yes.
They're watching they're watching us. They're enjoying or seeing an opportunity that may come in their lifetime, and it may not, but it's in their lifetime right now through our eyes. Mm-hmm. And so, it's important for us to share those moments. Exactly. Because this is the beginning of a lifetime moment. Yes. Because with the things that's happening for us, they bringing us back. We're coming back. It's no doubt about it. But man, thank y'all. Because we can go on and on. We're gonna go eat breakfast. Yeah. We're gonna enjoy some of this because we got an event at 3:00, and then on into the remainder of the evening. But my man Billy Graham, international and global speaker, Chaplain John McClung Jr., international and global speaker. That was on our list. It's on the list. We can highlight it off now. We can highlight it off now. All right, y'all. Till the next time. Thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Man, thank you, dude. Oh man, who's coming? Ebony here. Okay. Can't wait to get there. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.